Hi friends, I just wanted to hop on and do a quick video for you. It is about to be Mother's Day weekend, and it's also Foster Care Awareness Month, and I have some thoughts on Foster Care Awareness Month being the same month as Mother's Day and sort of my own personal feelings about Mother's Day when it comes to myself. So yeah, if you're interested in hearing any of that, stick around. But first, if you're new here, my name is Anna Leonora, and together with my husband, Jason, we are foster and adoptive parents in real life. And here on my channel, From the Fosters, we do foster parenting and adoptive parenting life together, and we raise awareness for the foster care system and for foster parenting. So if any of that interests you, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel down below. Don't forget while you're down there to hit your post notification bell so that you won't miss when I post any new videos like this, and so you can join my growing cyber family here on YouTube. I think Mother's Day falling in the same month as Foster Care Awareness Month was a big oversight when they set Foster Care Awareness Month as the month of May, because children who are in foster care are physically separated from their birth mother. And there's a lot of trauma that comes with that. There's a lot of mixed emotions that come from wanting to celebrate your foster mom or adoptive mom as your mom, but also wanting to honor your birth mom. Some children have a lot of anger towards their birth mom. And Mother's Day is just, it can be very hard for children in foster care and adoptive children in general. And I'm not sure that this is ever going to change. I know that May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. I'm not sure that there's a way to change that. It just is what it is. We have always tried to honor the birth mothers for our children. And even in the case of my younger child who had multiple foster homes before us, you know, we planned to reach out to some of those previous foster mothers who acted as a mother for him at one point in his life as well, because it's an important part of his story, and it's important to us that we honor all of the women who have mothered our children. But when it comes to me specifically, as a foster and now adoptive mom, I struggle with Mother's Day personally because I still, half the time, to be honest with you, don't really feel like a mom. This will be my third Mother's Day as a foster mom and my first Mother's Day as an adoptive mom. So I've been a mom for almost 3 years, and I still don't feel as much of a mom as I think I would if I gave birth. I mean, we celebrate women who are pregnant during Mother's Day. We celebrate women who gave birth, 10 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, right? Mother's Day is for, all mothers. And I feel like this is such a bad word to use, but I'm hoping that other foster and adoptive parents will be able to relate to this. But I almost feel like a fraud. Like when I think of Mother's Day, I don't think of celebrating myself. I still think of celebrating my own mother. And I think of celebrating the children's biological mothers. And I think, people I maybe went to school with who just gave birth, like just had a baby, they're a brand new mom. I almost feel like they deserve in some way, or are more deserving of recognition on Mother's Day than myself, because I know that I am my children's mother. I know that I'm the one who keeps my children alive, happy, and healthy every day. I'm the one who has to take them to appointments. I'm the one who helps educate them. I'm the one who helps get them to and from school safely. I'm the one who nurses their boo-boos back to health. I'm the one who soothes them when they're having a nightmare. Like, that's me. I do that. And I am their mother. And in action, I'm their mother, but also now legally, because I have legally adopted them. But I still, even 3 years later, just struggle to think of myself as someone deserving of celebration on Mother's Day. And I wonder if other foster and adoptive parents feel the same, and or how long it took to really feel like you're that child's mom. Like, legally, I know I'm my children's mother. In action, I know I'm their mother. But I still just don't always feel like a mom. Now, if you've been on my channel a while, you know that I struggled with infertility. We had one miscarriage during our fertility battle. So I've never carried an infant to term. I've never birthed an infant. So I don't know what that experience feels like. I don't know what that instant connection and bond and love feels like. And I know that a lot of what we celebrate on Mother's Day is that. But I also know that we celebrate all of the women who act as motherly figures in a child's life. And I recognize that, and I agree with that. Absolutely. It's so weird. It's almost like I feel like other adoptive moms should be celebrated on Mother's Day, but I just personally, internally don't feel it myself yet. And I know my husband and my children will do something for me. Of course, I know that they will. I know my own mother will wish me a happy Mother's Day, and maybe even some of my friends. I know that that's coming. And of course, I'll take it. But I just wonder if anybody else can relate to me on that. That, like, logically, I know I'm their mom, and logically, I know that I should be celebrated on Mother's Day, but I still just don't feel it. I still feel, even 3 years later, kind of like a fraud mom. I don't know what I was hoping to accomplish with this video. I do think that it's odd to have Mother's Day during Foster Care Awareness Month, because foster care is not pretty. It's hard. It's traumatic. And a lot of that trauma comes from being separated from your parents. So to celebrate your parents while also celebrating foster care in the same month, that's just a challenge for me, but it is what it is. There are a lot of really good things about foster care. It does save children's lives in some circumstances, children who are in situations where their lives are at danger, their lives are at risk. I mean, it really can save a life. And to offer permanency amongst turmoil, there are some really beautiful parts of foster care, but overall, foster care is hard and dirty and messy and traumatic for everybody involved. So I think it's just really hard to celebrate that during the same month as, like, Mother's Day or Father's Day if it was in June. But I just wonder, besides kind of just musing about that and wondering why they're in the same month and if that ever would be possible to change, I wonder if there is anyone on my channel who is an adoptive mom or a foster mom and maybe has been doing it for a while. Obviously my very first Mother's Day as a mom, I felt that way, but now this is my third one. And I still, as we're approaching this weekend, find myself thinking about what I'm doing for my mom for Mother's Day, and making sure to remember to tell my sister-in-law happy Mother's Day, because she's the mother of my brother's children, and all these other moms that I'm friends with and that I know, and just remembering to say happy Mother's Day to them, my grandmother, all of those sorts of things. And I am not really thinking of myself in the context of Mother's Day. And I just wonder if anybody else feels that way. If you do, let me know down below. Let me know I'm not alone. And it's just food for thought, you know, people who are becoming foster parents, or, you know, maybe you're on a journey to adoption. It's just different. I love my children. I would do anything for them. I do everything for them, and I have to sacrifice a lot for them. And I wouldn't I wouldn't change that for the world, but logically I know I'm their mother, but and I love them like I'm their mother, but it just doesn't feel like I'm worthy of celebrating Mother's Day yet, even 3 years later. And I just wonder if I'm going to always feel that way, or if that'll come at some point with more time. I don't know. But yeah, let me know down below your thoughts, opinions. Again, it is Foster Care Awareness Month. So, of course, I'll be posting this one before Mother's Day, which is this upcoming weekend. And then starting next week, we'll get back into other just foster care related content. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend celebrating all of the mothers in your life, not just the ones who birthed you, but everyone who has maybe cared for you or cared for a child as if they were a mother, and just all the wonderful people out there who take on raising children, because it's not easy. Stay safe. Go out and shine your light into the world. Until next time, I love you all. Bye.